backing up to the pro game right now, you look at the sort of the old guard,
Yeah,
leaving the
right.
sport. Now Djokovic is the last man standing, and he has had a whole food plant-based diet that's really helped him, I guess, elongate his career.
And help
Yeah,
his stamina.
yeah, help
He
his
used to
stamina.
fade in the fourth and fifth
Yeah,
sets. So
yeah,
now he can go, he can do better when he's tired. Us Nutritarians, we never get tired.
yeah.
I can play, never get tired. I'm just saying, so just we don't ever tire
Right.
because we're,
And then also, Serena and Venus, like you said, Venus is more kind of dedicated to the whole food plant-based diet.
Venus
But
is
also
more dedicated.
Serena
Yeah.
has been has
Moved in that direction. Yeah.
moved in that direction as well.
Yeah.
So these two, remarkable athletes that are legends in the sport as well. So it's no kind of wonder that the top in both sides of the men's and women's game took on this diet to really improve and to make it so long and lengthy in their career. Now, looking at the new kids coming up, like a Sinner and like an Alcaraz,
Yeah.
if you were to give them dietary advice, what would you say if they're out there eating pizzas and burgers and, they're still 20, 21 years old?
They know what Djokovic is doing.
Yeah.
They're not, I'll tell you what, that when you're talking about Murray and Federer and Djokovic and Nadal, they all watched their diet.
Yeah.
They didn't drink. They didn't booze it up.
Right.
They didn't eat fried foods. They didn't go to fast food restaurants. They were eating salad, and they carried their shakes, and they had the nutritionists with them,
Sure.
and they were mixing the greens and the spinach and the kale and the lettuce in their shakes. They were not dumb
Right.
about watching their diet.
Right.
I don't know enough about Sinner and Alcaraz right now,
yeah.
what they're eating, but I know they're pretty smart people
Yeah.
advising them, and they have coaches, and they watch their what they're eating. You know what I mean? But in any case, yes, as they move in this, the more they move in this direction,
Yeah.
the more they're going to prolong their career.
Right.
And these guys are fit and watching what they eat, or they wouldn't be. They're hardly ever sick too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and they're traveling all the time.
They're traveling.
And, bombarding their bodies.
You got to eat your
yeah.
green vegetables.
Yeah.
We're green vegetable dependent animals.
Yeah.
And our lifespan is dependent on, and so eating a big salad every day. And the Nutritarian salad is structured, and I have all these professional athletes doing it, including basketball players.
Yeah.
They're doing what a Nutritarian salad is. They have half lettuce,
okay,
and the other half is like arugula and spinach and the high protein, high isothiocyanate, high anti-cancer vegetables. They have onion or scallion in there. They have tomato, of course, and then their dressing on top of the salad is made from nuts and seeds, which increase the protein absorbability of the nutrients. So they put in almonds and hemp seeds and cashews for flavor, and they blend it in soy milk, and then they'll put tomato sauce, roasted garlic, a little bit of miso. They'll flavor it nutritionally. They'll flavor it up, mustard. They'll put it in there, but they have their high protein. Even the salad dressing is high in protein. They're not wasting calories on oil. They're having their really big salads. Or a lot of these athletes travel with their high-powered blenders, like the Vitamix blenders, and they're making smoothies.
Right.
They're putting in, almond milk and soy milk, but they're putting in green vegetables, flax seeds, chia seeds, almonds, Mediterranean pine nuts. They're putting in their high protein, and then maybe putting some black lentils in there.
Right.
So I have these athletes doing these high protein, high nutrient drinks,
and it's helping them, right?
It's
powering them up.
Yeah. It's powering up. They know, and the coaches are doing it. So I have a lot of these world-class coaches contact me and have me speak to the Olympic teams and speak to the Olympic athletes to get them eating better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So eat your fruits and vegetables, guys. Make sure you're doing that. So important. Right. You've heard it since you're a kid, but for whatever reason right now, everything around diet seems to be geared towards just protein. That's part of the picture like we talked about today, but it's so much bigger than that. And the G-BOMBS, I feel like, is such a great, acronym way of thinking about how to get the right foods into your diet during the day. It's a really brilliant approach.
And then there's the technique.
Right.
It's, there's the recreational players and the club players and kids going up, and I'm pretty an advocate of using the old school technique for recreational players and kids learning tennis. Unless you're a world-class athlete and your arms are not developed where you're playing tennis every day, you can handle the windshield wiper technique.
Right.
The old Vic Braden technique, you kept your racket high, you made the circular motion going down and up through the ball with vertical strings, continuing to aim to your target and up over your head. That puts less strain on the shoulder and the arm. Your body's more in the kinetic chain.
Right.
And then when you develop the strength and the ability, then you can put more whip and more open stance and whip across your body more. But if you start trying to copy these professional across the body windshield wiper techniques, and you haven't developed the musculature, the strength, the repetitive, and then people whip around too much. They don't get they don't get their chain getting upward and then add the whip on the up motion.
Right.
They get to start whipping too early and they lose control of where their shots are hitting anyway.
Yeah.
It's better to go back to the basics with the Vic Braden, technique, a vertical hit, go the old school technique. And then if you're good enough and you're playing enough and you want to get at that competitive level and you want to add on the windshield wiper on top of that technique, you add it on. Yeah. But for most older players my age, they're better off not doing that. More prone to a tennis elbow.
Yeah.
And when a kid
and wrist issues, because the old school technique was much more neutral wrist, and you get into these, start whipping.
Yeah, don't teach a beginner to do a wrist whip across the body. Teach them the Vic Braden technique. Let them be a good tennis player first. Then they can start to want to put a little more.
And I can see the lefty, so I know there's a big can opener serve there somewhere, and
I could put a lot of slice on my lefty serve to bring you off the court there.
I love McEnroe, right? Which is my favorite growing up. So that's great. Well, it's so great talking to you today. Anything else you would recommend for our readers and viewers who are tennis players about what they need to do to become better players, just across the board? Anything we didn't touch on?
Yes, they have to take care of their Achilles tendon.
Okay.
Because you don't want a person getting older. Well, didn't one of the famous professional players like Rudd? Didn't he just break his Achilles?
Casper Ruud. Oh no, was it Casper Ruud who just did that? Yeah, just Holger Rune.
Holger Rune just ripped his Achilles tendon.
Yeah, I just read about it. Yeah. So that's trouble. And plantar fasciitis is a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Players, right. So feet health are so important.
Feet health is so important.
The sneakers, the inserts.
We were talking about if you're a tennis player, you've got to work out your Achilles tendon off the court, which means you have to stretch your Achilles tendon by having those slant boards where you stand on the slant board and you drop your heel down. Yeah. You've got to do that every day. You've got to keep your Achilles tendons flexible, and you've got to strengthen your Achilles tendon with doing one-legged toe raises. Yeah. You've got to be doing one-legged toe raises so you have a strong. So you're dropping the ball of your foot on the edge of a staircase, and you're dropping your heel down, and you're lifting up as high as you can do on one leg to keep your Achilles tendon strong, and you're stretching it.
And how about descending? You want to slow the descend as you're doing that, right? To build
slow the descend, stretch the descend, push up. And if you can't do 20 reps on one leg, don't be running around the tennis court. You're going to injure yourself.
You're looking for trouble.
You're looking for trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to have a strong Achilles tendon.
Exactly.
So, and maybe this guy, it could have been his diet.
Yeah.
It could have been too much junk food, but it could also be he's got too tight of an Achilles tendon. Yeah. Maybe he's not stretching his Achilles tendon enough. Yeah. You have to have a flexible Achilles tendon to be able to do the burst of explosion of speed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
then all the long cardio, being in a 5-hour match is 5 set or
whatever. But they're doing that. They're training the cardio. Yeah. So it's got to. So I know they're training the cardio. Right. Because tennis trains your cardio. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's got to be. It's the strength training and the stretching they got to be missing. Yeah. For sure. With the good diet. Yeah. Everything, because because if you don't eat right, your tissues are more likely going to rupture. Poor oxygenation of tissues, more sludging of the blood into the tissue, more inflammation, more calcifications in the tendon. So you got to eat right and do all the exercises right.
Yeah. So young players out there, in Florida, there's the academies. There's so many great juniors. We got Orange Bowl coming up. We've got Little Mo coming up. We've got Eddie Hurd. All these amazing tournaments. Young players, please eat your fruits and vegetables. Think about more than just protein, animal protein. There are other ways to go about
Eat your greens and your beans and your nuts.
Right.
Greens, beans, and nuts. You guys should say greens, beans, and nuts every time you play tennis. You eat the foods to build a healthy body. Yeah. You can't be great unless you're building a healthy body, especially when you guys get older. Yeah. So train.
If our readers and viewers are interested in learning more about you, where can they find more information? And I know there's books.
drfuhrman.com.
drfuhrman.com. Okay, great.
And at my office in San Diego, obviously, we can analyze a person's bones without radiation with our Echolight REMS. And we have both the soft wave machine and the lymph machine, which can heal tissue and build bone mass and help heal it and help build back bone fractures and stress fractures faster. So in the professional athletes in Europe, they all have the lymph machines and the soft wave machine developed in Germany, the lymph machine developed in Italy, and all the European athletes are using these really new tech machines. And the Americans, we're just stuck behind old because it's all insurance and not getting approval to insurance to pay for the new equipment. So nobody wants to buy the new expensive equipment. So in other words, protect yourself, heal yourself, and don't use drugs, don't do surgery. Right. We have natural new therapies that can keep you well and get you well faster.